Hi there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is a little bit different because one of the questions that I get asked most often is, what can I buy for a crafter? Or I'm wanting to set someone up with some crafty things, what can I buy for them? Or what do you recommend if I had a little bit of money to spend and I wanted to spend it on me? So this is my guide to that question. So here are 10 items and we are starting off with some ink blending tools and some extra foam applicators. Now if you have the ink blending tools from Ranger or anywhere else, these refills stick onto those just fine. And these ones here are the domed foam applicators and I recommend these most definitely. They help ink blend, and actually I will show you in a couple of minutes in this video just how well these ink blend. It helps me so much to not get any of those harsh edges. Now another massive one in card making is inks, and although I'm not going to go into all of the individual inks, I do suggest that the Distress Oxides are a really good option because they are versatile and I want value for money when I'm buying things. So this is my go-to rainbow of colors, so to speak. This is kind of a mid-tone in all of these colors, and if you have a little bit more money or a little bit more available, I would suggest getting a dark and a light of the colors that you think you would use the most. And then again, if you have more than that, I would suggest getting 3 tones, like a light, a medium, and a dark. Now, of course, you don't have to get all of these colors and you don't have to get them all at once. Inks are something that are really nice to kind of slowly collect up. This could be over a few birthdays and a few Christmases. And I just wanted to show you here how nicely these domed foam applicators blend, and they make it really easy. Ink blending is also something that lots of crafters struggle with, and it is something that you just need to practice. But these inks, and I am also ink blending on some Tim Holtz watercolor paper, which is definitely my recommendation if you are trying it out and struggling with ink blending. This is a really good paper to learn on, that's for sure, until you kind of get the hang of it. I still use it because I like to make my life easier rather than trickier. Here I am using the Tumbled Glass and then Salty Ocean, which is the mid color, and then I always go back to the first color and blend them together nicely. So here is the darkest one, which is Blueprint Sketch, and I'm going to add that at the top of my panel, but then you'll see me go back in with the Salty Ocean and make sure here that I have blended it nicely, and you can go back and forth as many times as you want to. So these inks blend beautifully and they really are worth the investment in my opinion. If you are looking for some inks that are water reactive, that blend nicely, they stamp pretty good, all of those things. Number 3 is non-stick scissors. Now these are the 3 pairs of scissors that I use in every single card. These are the big 9.5 inch Tim Holtz scissors. They are non-stick and I love the big long blade. And then both of these pairs here, this is the Tim Holtz haberdashery scissors and these are the Cutter Bee scissors. You only need one of these. They both do the same job. They're both great for fussy cutting. I also purchased the mid-size of the Tim Holtz scissors, and I must admit I don't really use these in my craft room. These get designated for other jobs, but the largest pair and the smallest pair are a must or a fantastic addition to your craft room. And I like that with this biggest pair, it only takes me 1 slice or 2 slices at maximum to get right across my page. Number 4 is texture paste, because this is such a versatile product. You can do so much with these and there are so many videos on YouTube. I have lots of techniques on my channel using them. There are heaps more out there. It's a wonderful product that you can color yourself, you can add glitter yourself. It is so versatile that it is a really good gift to give someone or yourself if you are looking to add something to your craft room. Now obviously all of these products are just my recommendation, and I don't expect that you buy them all at once. Just one of these items would make a fantastic addition to your craft room or somebody's craft room if you're wanting to buy them something or set them up with some crafting goodies. So you don't need to do everything at once, and crafting is something that you should really only buy it if you think you're going to find lots of great ways to use it. Number 5 is Glossy Accents. I love this product. Now there are several products with different names that are similar, that work in a similar way. However, here's a card example where I used it in the center of the flowers, and it goes on kind of cloudy and it creates a little bit of a three-dimensional glossy glass look. So it becomes completely clear when it's dry, and you can see I've added it to the hugs word here, and it just brings it to life. It brings so much shine and dimension. So this is a great product with a lower price point that is worth having in your craft room. Number 6 is embossing powders. Now if I were to recommend anything, I would say go with a clear embossing powder, then a bright white embossing powder, and then a gold and a silver, and that will see you right. It kind of covers everything, and you can do so many techniques. Again, embossing powder is just one of those things where the techniques are endless and it is so fun. If you're wanting to go a little bit more fancy, then this white satin pearl one here is what I recommend. This is something if I kind of want to have it not colored, but a little bit fancier than just using white, and this is a butterfly with a white background, and then the pearl embossing powder is on the butterfly, and it's just gorgeous. Now again, the flowers here on this one are embossed, and you can see that it leaves a nice little white shine. I stamped with some black ink and embossed in a clear embossing powder. Number 7 is Nuvo Drops. Now again, I recommend the similar colors where it is the clear one, a white, a gold and a silver, and then a black. And people have a different relationship with these. I have tried several brands of this kind of product, and honestly I do not get the same results, and I find other brands much trickier. So again, you only need 1 or 2 of these, or at best those ones that I have there on the screen, and it does take a little bit of practice to kind of get that nice drop. However, once you master it, you're away laughing. Now this is the Dries Clear one, which is called Morning Dew, and you can see these gorgeous little dots on the card that I did here. You can also use them for so many different things. I use them on almost every single card in some way. Now number 8 is trimmers or cutters. Now this one's slightly tricky because often it can be personal preference. However, my 2 favorites are the Tim Holtz little mini guillotine one, and then this Fiskars trimmer one, which is just kind of a basic card making version, and these are the only 2 I have, and I love them. There is nothing more frustrating to me than finishing off a card and realizing that I haven't cut some lines straight. So these are important to me. However, it is a personal preference thing, but those are the 2 that I recommend. Number 9, this is stamping platforms, and again, this one is a probably mediumly more expensive gift. If you are in the market, then these are the 3 that I have. I have the Mini Misty, then I have this one here, which is from Lincraft here in New Zealand. I know that the Australian Lincraft sells it as well. And then I have the larger Tim Holtz one. Now with the Lincraft one, I actually think there may be some very similar versions on Amazon perhaps, and honestly I probably use that middle one there the most, and I think it was the cheapest out of all 3. The Misty does cost a little bit more, but it is a great tool and very efficient. I do love that one as well. But I will link to all of these down below and do some research and kind of watch some reviews online as to what also might be available in your country as well. And again, this video is just my personal opinion and experience in card making. So this is meant to be a helpful video to if you are thinking of some gifts for yourself or someone else. Now, 2 ink pads that every single crafter should own. This is the VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and it is a beautiful pigment ink which stamps so nice and black and crisp, dark. You can see I've used it in the greeting here down the bottom. I again would hardly make a card without this. It is the best ink that I can recommend to anyone card making. And the other one is the Versamark Sticky Embossing Ink. I have tried so many brands of embossing ink, and this one is the best by far. I would also recommend getting the refills of these 2, just because these ink pads are going to last you a long time. They are amazing. Hopefully this list of items has helped you in making some decisions or giving you some ideas if you would like to buy a gift for a crafter, or you just need to give your husband or wife or friend a nudge and point them in the direction of this video for what they might like to get you, or even a gift for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. I really look forward to seeing you in the next video where we'll be making some cards. Thanks, bye!